You need to watch this if you struggle with kidney health. Welcome back to Pure Holistic Harmony. Today we're talking about kidney health, specifically chronic kidney disease, or CKD. Your kidneys are like the body's filters, cleaning out the toxins, but with CKD, those filters need extra love. Show your kidneys love by watching what you eat. Grab your water bottle. Gotta stay hydrated, fam, and let's get into it. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up, as it helps the channel create more great content. Subscribe and push the notification bell to receive the latest videos, and share your thoughts in the comments below. Before we get into the do not eat list, let's recap why our kidneys are so important. These bean-shaped powerhouses filter waste, regulate electrolytes, and control blood pressure. But when CKD strikes, your kidneys aren't at peak performance. Waste builds up, electrolytes get out of whack, leading to other health problems. That's why smart food choices are crucial for kidney health. CKD throws a wrench into the system. Let's talk about diet. CKD makes filtering potassium and phosphorus harder, and too much sodium? Forget about it. Stick to a kidney-friendly diet. Help your kidneys by limiting their workload. This food guide will help you make the best choices. First up, let's talk about canned foods. I know, they're convenient, they last forever. And let's be real, sometimes they just hit the spot. But here's the thing. Most canned foods are loaded with sodium, like swimming in a sea of sodium levels. And remember how we talked about sodium being a no-go for CKD? That's because your kidneys have a harder time getting rid of excess sodium, which can lead to high blood pressure and further kidney damage. Now, I'm not saying you have to ditch canned foods entirely, just be smart about it. Look for low-sodium options or rinse canned beans and veggies before using them. Your kidneys will thank you. Next up, we're tackling a health food imposter, whole wheat bread. Whole wheat bread is supposed to be good for you, right? But those with CKD have to be careful. It's higher in phosphorus and potassium, which can build up in the blood. Moderation is key. Try swapping some for white bread or lower phosphorus alternatives. Your kidneys will appreciate the break. All right, let's talk beverages. Specifically, dark-colored drinks like cola and some dark beers. Now, I'm not here to judge your drink choices, but I am here to give you the facts. These drinks often contain an ingredient called phosphorus, which, as we know, can be problematic for those with CKD. And here's the kicker. The phosphorus added to these drinks is absorbed even faster by the body than the phosphorus found naturally in foods. So, what's a thirsty person to do? Don't worry, I've got you covered. Opt for lighter-colored drinks like lemonade, or if you're feeling adventurous, try root beer. It's naturally phosphorus-free. Now let's talk about everyone's favorite millennial toast topper, avocados. I mean, who doesn't love a good avocado? They're creamy, delicious, and packed with healthy fats. But here's the catch. Avocados are also high in potassium. And as we've learned, too much potassium can be tough on your kidneys if you have CKD. But don't despair, avocado lovers. You don't have to give up your green goddess entirely. Just be mindful of your portion sizes. Instead of devouring an entire avocado in one sitting, try sticking to a quarter or a half. Your kidneys and your waistline will thank you. Next up, we're talking about another potassium powerhouse, bananas. Yes, those convenient portable yellow fruits that are often touted as a healthy snack. And while they are a good source of energy and nutrients, they're also high in potassium, which can be a problem for those with CKD. But don't worry, there are plenty of other delicious fruits out there that are lower in potassium. Think berries, apples, grapes, and melons. So next time you're craving something sweet, reach for one of these kidney-friendly alternatives instead. All right, let's talk citrus, specifically oranges and orange juice. Now I know what you're thinking, but Dr. Mike, oranges are full of vitamin C. They're practically health food, and you're not wrong. Oranges are a great source of vitamins and antioxidants, but they're also high in potassium. You see a theme here? So, if you're watching your potassium intake, it's best to enjoy oranges and orange juice in moderation. Or better yet, opt for lower potassium citrus fruits like lemons or limes. Now, let's talk about those innocent-looking dried fruits. Raisins, apricots, dates, figs, all those chewy, sweet treats that seem like a healthier alternative to candy. But here's the thing. Dried fruits are like the concentrated version of their fresh counterparts. That means they pack a bigger potassium punch per serving. And because they're so small and easy to pop in your mouth, it's easy to overdo it without even realizing it. So if you're watching your potassium intake, it's best to enjoy dried fruit sparingly or choose lower potassium options like cranberries or blueberries. Alright, let's talk about a fruit masquerading as a vegetable: tomatoes. They're juicy, versatile, and the base of countless delicious dishes. But here's the thing. Tomatoes are also a sneaky source of potassium. And when you consider how often tomatoes make an appearance in our meals, from pasta sauces to pizzas to salads, it's easy to see how they can contribute to a high potassium intake. Now, I'm not saying you have to banish tomatoes from your kitchen entirely. Just be mindful of your portion sizes and try to incorporate other lower potassium veggies into your meals as well. Hold up, before you reach for another helping of brown rice, let's talk. I know, brown rice is a health food hero. It's a good source of fiber, magnesium, and manganese. But here's the thing. Brown rice is also higher in phosphorus and potassium compared to its refined counterpart, white rice. And as we've learned, those two minerals can be a bit of a bummer for people with CKD. So what's a rice lover to do? Well, you can still enjoy brown rice in moderation, or you can explore other lower phosphorus and lower potassium grain options like quinoa, couscous, or even good old-fashioned white rice. Now let's talk about everyone's favorite source of calcium: dairy products. Milk, cheese, yogurt. They're all delicious and nutritious. But here's the catch. Dairy products are also high in phosphorus and potassium. And remember, when your kidneys aren't working at their best, those minerals can start to build up in your blood. But don't despair, dairy lovers. There are plenty of plant-based milk alternatives out there, like almond milk, rice milk, and soy milk, that are lower in phosphorus and potassium. And if you're craving cheese, try small amounts of feta or Parmesan cheese, which are naturally lower in these minerals. Alright, let's talk about everyone's guilty pleasure: processed meats. Bacon, sausage, hot dogs, deli meats. They're delicious, convenient, and oh so tempting. But here's the thing. Processed meats are loaded with sodium, like seriously loaded. And as we've learned, sodium is public enemy number one for people with CKD. So what's a meat lover to do? Well, you don't have to give up meat entirely, but it's best to choose fresh, unprocessed meats whenever possible, and limit your intake of those salty processed meats. Your kidneys and your heart will thank you. Now, let's talk about those tangy, salty condiments that can add a burst of flavor to any meal: pickles, olives, and relish. They're crunchy, they're briny, and they're often found gracing our burgers, sandwiches, and charcuterie boards. But here's the thing. These condiments are also swimming in sodium. And as we've learned, sodium is not our friend when it comes to CKD. So what's a condiment lover to do? Well, you can still enjoy these salty treats in moderation, or you can explore lower sodium alternatives like fresh cucumbers, bell peppers, or even a squeeze of lemon juice. Alright, let's talk about those seemingly healthy breakfast staples. Bran cereals, oatmeal, and granola. They're often marketed as being high in fiber and nutrients, which is true. But here's the catch. These breakfast favorites can also be high in phosphorus and potassium, especially if they contain added bran or dried fruits. So what's a breakfast lover to do? Well, you can still enjoy these breakfast options in moderation, or you can explore lower phosphorus and lower potassium alternatives like cream of wheat, grits, or even a simple bowl of low-sodium cereal with almond milk. Now let's talk about everyone's favorite starchy side dish: potatoes. Whether they're mashed, baked, or fried, potatoes are a staple in many cuisines around the world. But here's the thing. Potatoes are also a significant source of potassium. And as we've learned, too much potassium can be tough on your kidneys if you have CKD. But don't despair, potato lovers. You can still enjoy potatoes in moderation. Try cutting them into smaller pieces and boiling them to reduce the potassium content. Or better yet, explore other lower potassium veggie options like cauliflower, broccoli, or asparagus. Alright, let's talk about those convenient but often unhealthy processed foods. Frozen meals, canned soups, packaged snacks. They're tempting, I get it. But here's the thing. Processed foods are notorious for being loaded with sodium. And as we've learned, sodium is public enemy number one for people with CKD. So what's a busy person to do? Well, it's all about making smarter choices. Try to cook more meals at home using fresh, whole ingredients, and limit your intake of those sodium-laden processed foods. Your kidneys and your taste buds will thank you. Now let's talk about those crunchy, salty snacks that are oh so easy to mindlessly munch on. Pretzels, chips, and crackers. They're convenient, they're satisfying, and they're often within arm's reach. But here's the thing. These salty snacks are also major sodium culprits. And as we've learned, sodium is not our friend when it comes to CKD. So, what's a snack lover to do? Well, you can still enjoy these snacks in moderation, or you can explore lower sodium alternatives like air-popped popcorn, unsalted nuts, or even fresh fruits and veggies. Now let's talk about those leafy green vegetables that are often touted as being superfoods. Spinach, kale, Swiss chard. They're packed with vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants. But here's the catch. These leafy greens are also high in potassium. And as we've learned, too much potassium can be tough on your kidneys if you have CKD. But don't despair, veggie lovers. You can still enjoy leafy greens in moderation. Try cooking them instead of eating them raw, as this can help reduce the potassium content. Or better yet, explore other lower potassium veggie options like lettuce, cucumbers, or bell peppers. Alright, we've talked about a lot of foods to avoid or limit, but don't worry. There are still plenty of delicious and nutritious foods that you can enjoy when you have CKD. Think fruits like apples, berries, grapes, and melons. Load up on veggies like cauliflower, broccoli, carrots, and bell peppers. Choose lean protein sources like chicken, fish, and beans. And don't forget about healthy fats from avocados, in moderation, olive oil, and nuts. The key is to focus on whole, unprocessed foods and to be mindful of your portion sizes. Listen, navigating CKD and dietary restrictions can feel overwhelming. That's why it's crucial to team up with a renal dietitian. These nutritional superheroes help you make the best food choices. They create meal plans that are delicious and kidney-friendly. It's like having a personal nutrition coach cheering you on. And there you have it, folks. A crash course on foods to avoid or limit if you're dealing with CKD. Remember, taking care of your kidneys is crucial for your overall health and well-being. By making smart food choices, you're giving your kidneys the best chance to do their job and keep you feeling your best. And hey, it's not about deprivation, it's about making informed choices that support your health goals. So stay hydrated, eat your veggies, and keep those kidneys happy. If you found this video helpful, please hit the thumbs up, as it helps our channel create more great content. Don't forget to subscribe and push the notification bell to receive our latest videos. Share your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you for watching and stay tuned for the next video. Until next time, peace out.